Okay, here we are in the Bombay Sapphire bar in front of the vapor infusion installation. Bombay Sapphire asked me to illustrate the manufacturing process of Bombay Sapphire, and it's a process that is unique to Bombay Sapphire, and it creates a very, very high quality gin. The way it works is that they use vaporized alcohol. They let it pass through 10 different herbs and spices, and on its way it draws out all the different aromas, and then it's being distilled and it becomes a gin. And we illustrate this with this installation here. You can see we've got the actual original ingredients. You can see them here, different herbs like coriander seeds, and we have almonds and licorice, for example. They are being shown in a copper vessel because in the original manufacturing process they're being in a big, they use big copper containers. And then you can see the LEDs, they create a big screen, and on the screen we have an animation running which is vapor that is rising. And you can see the vapor passing through the copper vessel, sort of signifying that it sort of passes through the herbs and draws out the aroma. I didn't know very much about Bombay Sapphire. I only knew Bombay Sapphire from various events. I know that they're great, that it's great for cocktails, but that's about all I knew about it. I got to talk to various people at Bombay Sapphire, the brand ambassador, and they explained the whole process to me, and it's really interesting, this whole world of the bar people. They're very much into sort of processes, about aromas, to create sort of interesting taste experiences, and they're very passionate about it, and that's really amazing to discover people who are very passionate about their field. The sculpture talks about the Bombay Sapphire's long history, and it also talks about the future. And to signify the history, I used copper because it's a very traditional material, something that comes like all the way back from the Industrial Revolution, you know, this kind of aesthetic. So we also used a very traditional process to create this part. It was made on rollers that used to be used in the car industry to make body panels, but like really way back when all cars were made by hand. And we went to a company in Coventry that are specialized in this sort of process. They have craftspeople that still master this art, and they work for Aston Martin, for Rolls-Royce, for these bespoke manufacturers still today, and create parts with this method. The whole formal language of the copper section is very classic and traditional, because we want to talk about Bombay Sapphire's long tradition. It goes back hundreds of years, the recipe is very old, and we want to tell people about this. It almost looks like a piece of jewelry. Yes, very much on purpose. I wanted to create a very big contrast between the old and the new.